You are live. That's what it says. It's telling me I'm live. Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Lazar. Oh, I got to get some music going, dudes. We got no music. We got nothing here. We're living that crazy life. We don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm starting my stream here a little bit early. All right, and that's because I'm kind of tired. Maybe I'll get like juiced up here in a second or something. But right now, it's just kind of like what? I need to make sure I get this going and I get talking to people so you all can check out the really cool comic books that are waiting in this bag right here. So let me get some music going. All right. Hopefully that's not too loud. Hopefully that's just some nice, pleasant, like, sci-fi like trilling. It's a Mirror's Edge soundtrack, by the way. Great game. Absolutely great game. If you have not played Mirror's Edge and you're at all interested in games played from like a first-person perspective, go for it. Definitely one of my favorite gaming experiences of all time. The original plan for tonight was going to be a lot more involved, but it's not happening. We'll maybe postpone that for next week. Let me clear a space here because, well, we ain't got no space. We have the opposite of space. We have anti-space, which I don't really know what that would be. As a physicist, I'm familiar with all kinds of strange spaces like anti-de Sitter spaces. No idea what an anti-space would be. That is frankly just nonsense that I made up right now. Hey, XLG. Dude, I'm just tired. I'm doing okay. Just kind of tired. Can we fix this a little bit here? Oh, maybe like that. Yeah. We got a black plastic bag. Man, my shop man gets the weirdest little bags, dude. This thing is just big enough to hold like a single comic book. Like you start putting multiples in, they start sticking out of the top. It's trash bag material too, which I find kind of amusing. So can it? Yeah. So you can see like one comic book fits in like perfect. You get like 5 or 7 or whatever, don't fit at all. I hope you're doing okay, XLG. I don't know. It's just been kind of a long day, I reckon. Just been a long day. I hope the music volume's okay. Like you can hear it, but it's not too loud. I really have no way to check volume like levels here in StreamYard. But one thing I am going to do, just because I like it, is I'm going to hit that countdown so we can get started. So brace yourself. It might be kind of loud. I don't know. But brace yourself for the little countdown screen to pop up, okay? It's about to happen. Are you ready for this? You're totally not ready for this, but it's happening anyway. Oh, ho ho ho! How do you like that? Now, no, he's more like Hulk. Damage is totally like cheap knockoff Hulk. All right, we're gonna get the free books out. Now let's see. This was what was this? 2018, 2017. I forget the exact year. Wait, they made another Tomb. How did I not know they made another Tomb Raider movie? I totally didn't even know. That's how little I pay attention to crappy modern television. Okay, there's copyrights in here from 2017. Yeah, I guess that's when metal happened, but not death metal. Death metal was later. So DC actually did a really cool, really brave, really great thing a few years ago. They were like, hey, what if we made a bunch of new characters, gave them books, threw them against like some established characters, and tried to see how popular they were? I mean, you can kind of see here in Damage, like dudes facing off against Wow, did Solomon Grundy? Thank you, brain. Deadshot. Okay, like they're gonna hurt somebody with the Hulk's powers, right? Um, but they try to do that. They try to throw them in to situations where they would be encountering other people that you might recognize, while also doing like their own crazy stuff in their own books. In fact, here we go. We got like Grodd or somebody in a Damage issue. And I thought this was pretty good stuff. There was 4, I think, of these books. Damage was one of them. Silencer was another one. And Silencer was so good. Silencer was an A+ comic book. It deserved way more love and way more issues than it got. It had maybe like 2 bad issues in the whole run. There was the one about the kid that could make the portals and stuff, and I don't remember what his name was. Did Damage survive? Damage is still a character in DC's stuff. Yeah, I mean, like nobody ever dies in comic books, XLG. As far as I know, he's still running around somewhere in the DC universe doing his thing. What that thing is he's some kind of like super soldier or something, and he gets the power to transform into basically the Hulk for a certain amount of time. I forget how long. But one thing that made these books pretty cool is they got established artists and established writers and stuff to come in and do the art. Huh. YouTube scared you because it showed you the stream from last week today. That's because I forgot to actually public the stream from last week until this morning. I went in and I blotted out a tiny section of the screen for a couple seconds, so I had to wait for it to process that change before I made it go live. And then I forgot to make it go live last Thursday when I got done doing that. So that's on me, Ninja Weasel. That ain't YouTube scaring you. That is me scaring you. That is 100% Dr. Eliza Barr, PhD, the frightening madman maniac. Anyway, and the reason I had to block that out is it was when I was searching for something on Indiegogo and somebody's name popped up, and I was like, oh man, I don't want their name to pop up in like my search suggestions field on stream. That's kind of weird. So just trying to respect some privacy. Anyway, so Damage is totally like DC's Hulk. Now DC has a couple Hulk kind of characters, like Solomon Grundy is basically the Hulk in his power set, but Solomon Grundy is also not really the Hulk at all, because for starters, Solomon Grundy is a dead guy. Hulk is not dead. But Damage is totally the Hulk. He's got everybody out there trying to stop him. He's going around trying to be a person, trying to recover from the traumas of his life. And everybody wants to get in his way. And so what do you do when you're in that situation? You Hulk out. Look, Deadshot's going to cap him right here. Let's flip over. I just blinked on her name. It's not Giganta, is it? Anyway, she's trying to squish him. He totally hulks right through her hand. That's going to suck. Like, that's going to smart. I'm losing 2 gallons of blood per second. I need to bandage my hand. Woo, that's a lot of blood. Don't be a giant person. And so basically you can kind of see, like, look, there's Grundy. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday. That is a very macabre rhyme. But who are you going to like have go fight a giant super strong, well, not so giant. Who's you going to go fight like a big super strong dude, right? How about another big super strong dude? I think this is all kind of what we wanted to see in this particular issue of this book, and it's right there. The only one of the New Age of Heroes books I got into at the time was Silencer. I thought Silencer was super dope. Solomon Grundy once, oh, you remember that promo? You remember that promo? I know. That was like the best Cartoon Network promo that they ever did, except for all the other really great ones that they did. Because, man, they're like around 2000, they did so many great promos. Giganta is, yeah, you know, I guess that's fair, XLG. She certainly is. And if you look back at the history of Wonder Woman and the person who created Wonder Woman, you'll see why that's the case. It's just how it goes, how it be. So when I saw these issues of Damage just sitting there in the box waiting for me, I was like, you know what? Let's give it a try. Let's go for it. Because I kind of like Sideways. That was the name of the one with the teleporting stuff. I think it was Sideways. That got reprinted in one of the DC like 80-page annual or 80-page Walmart books. And I thought it was pretty slick. And so when I saw these, I was like, you know what? This stuff might actually be pretty good. I thought it was kind of dumb because the character obviously is looking like the Hulk. But then you never know. And frankly, these covers are all really dope. Ninja Weasel, there are people that are really, really, they really like feet, okay? They really like feet. That's why I'm tapping the comic books like this. Sadly, there wasn't like 1, 2, 3 available for me to pick up, but that's okay. I'm sure I'll get more of these eventually. Or I'll read these and be like, this sucks or something, So I got 2, 5, and 7. What a random smattering, Oh, now that's a thing to open up a book to. I like it. Who even is this nerd that he's fighting? I guess these are guys from like whatever government agency is responsible for all this crap. Dude, this whole book looks like it's just a fight scene between Damage and this other nerd. That's kind of cool. What was Silencer's power set? Well, XLG, if you're really interested in that, you can go watch my reviews of Silencer. I think I got a review for like every issue. Except maybe the first couple. I think I didn't get into Silencer for a couple issues, so I don't know if I did reviews of the first several. But in brief, Silencer is an evil mercenary. So her primary ability is guns. Lots of guns. To that extent, she lives at... You know what? Hold on. Let me look this up. Silencer, I got reviews. So I got Silencer reviews starting with issue 6. No, there's 4 and 5. So you could go back and start watching all that stuff. And you can watch my really bad camera and all that jazz and my terrible thumbnails that I used to make. Not that my thumbnails now are any better, but, they used to be terrible too. Still are. Or I can tell you. So, XLG, you've heard of John Wick, correct? I'm going to wait until I see your chat pop up. I'm waiting, bro. You got to tell me. You've heard of John Wick, right? The movie sensation, I think John Wick 4 is in theaters right now, and I might go see it. Elazbar, master of content. Look, you can't dodge the question. Yay or nay? Yes. Okay. We're going to put that up on screen so everybody can see it. Yes. Infamous candle. No joke. Hold on. Before I get into the Silencer thing again. No joke. I think I read somewhere that John Wick's profession after he got out was a bookbinder. Talk about a fastidious job. You'd have to be so good to do that. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if that's true, but I read it somewhere. And whether it's true or not, I have adopted that as the truth. That is the canonical John Wick side gig, bookbinder. So Silencer is kind of like John Wick. She lived in the, what they call it? It wasn't the underworld, but it was like the criminal underworld of the DC universe, which is mostly run by Leviathan. Leviathan being the evil organization run by Talia al Ghul, daughter of the demon, who runs the League of Assassins and all that stuff. Anyway, that's like a detail. Evil criminal syndicate. That's what you need to take away. Evil criminal murder syndicate. Take that away. Take that, internalize it. And that's where she comes from. So she is skilled in hand-to-hand combat. She is skilled in use of various weapons. If it's a gun, she can shoot it. She's got a cool suit of armor that she wears. It's like some kind of nanofiber weave or something, and I don't know. Sometimes that armor looked kind of goofy, but usually the armor was kind of cool. And I think I got into Silencer because it was drawn by John Romita Jr., if I remember right. I could be wrong. It might have been some other artist I really liked, but I think that was the case. So JRJR. And I was like, yeah, this sounds like my jam. And so I get into Silencer and I'm reading Silencer. And so her like powers is mercenary stuff. So like Deathstroke the Terminator, right? In fact, he shows up in her book. But she got out. And I mentioned John Wick, right? Well, what happens? Like happens with any character who gets out, they pulled her right back in. And so she had to go back to work. And she spent the next 18 issues of her series, plus an annual, murdering everybody. Just starting here and killing people all the way through here. I think she even called like down an orbital strike on somebody at one point after she hacked the system or something. And through her, you got to explore the ridiculous criminal underground of the DC universe, like including like a giant shopping center for criminals where you can get whatever kind of crazy armaments and armor and stuff that you want, as long as you can get in, you got the street cred to get in, and you got the cash. But she wasn't just a really tough, really fancy human. She did have a power, and her power was silence. So she would like snap her fingers and everything within like 20 feet or whatever would go dead silent. The sound couldn't escape. Sound just didn't propagate inside of that. So she would do that. One of the early issues, her house comes under attack. And her husband and her son are upstairs, sleeping or whatever. And she goes downstairs and they have a battle out front of the street. Well, to make sure she doesn't wake up anybody, her fighting these two dudes in power armor, she silences. Now there's no sound propagating. And so that's where the name Silencer comes from, because that's like her key ability. She doesn't just, bang, silence people. She literally creates silence. And there's a whole lot to unpack over the course of her series. Like, if I remember right, she's like Talia al Ghul's like clone daughter, or something ridiculous like that, but only one, but there's like several of them, and they all have ridiculously stupid and awesome superpowers, stuff like that. And over the course of this, like, I can't even explain it to you. There's too much going on. Too many crazy superpowered assassins trying to kill her. It's kind of like John Wick with superpowers. It was an absolutely fantastic run. I'm looking at the books or the episodes here, and there's only one issue. I think it was the one either right before or right after the annual. So like episode 8 or issue 8 or 9, maybe. It's the one that kind of delves into her childhood. And that one was a total letdown. It was just like, boom, sadness. But every other issue was a super solid, super fun, action, adventure, combat, romp thing. Even though combat was usually just like 3 or 4 pages long, it was fantastic the whole way through. I cannot sing the praises of Silencer too much. That was a superb book. It should have become an ongoing book. It should still be running today. We should be on Silencer like issue number 60 right now. And the fact that we're not is proof that DC Comics does not know what they're doing. They don't have a clue. They get out there, they start publishing stuff, and it's crap. Silencer was dope. Silencer was absolutely dope. Damage looks like it's going to be fun. Whether it's going to be great like Silencer, I don't know. I kind of doubt it. This issue 7 looked kind of weak despite being a big fight scene. But Silencer was golden. Whew! My dude, I'm a little tired now. Like, you have just like sapped me. You got me going. You got the mojo flowing. Did that rhyme? I think that rhymed. Yeah, too much hype. Seriously, that's how much I like Silencer. Like, I will give this rant anytime to anybody who wants to listen because those 18 issues of Silencer and that annual were so much fun. I wonder if DC ever produced like a big thick omnibus, like about yay thick, in hardback of Silencer, because if they did, I should go track that down and buy it. Because that would look great. That would look absolutely fantastic right next to my Fourth World omnibus and my hardcover of Harleen. Mm. Not to mention my hardcover of Kingdom Come. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about a good book. All right. I got 4 books I paid for. We can only look inside of 3 of them. And the 4th one, I don't know if we can look at the cover. In fact, I don't know if we can look at 2 of these covers. YouTube is gonna have a field day with me, so let's just get started. We'll go in order of increasing hype. How's that sound? Excuse me. I'm actually waiting on a response. Order of increasing hype. What do you guys say? XLG, I know you're out there. What do we do, Pappy? Come on. Tell me. I'm waiting, man. Okay, sure. See? I'm like calling you out. I'm making sure that you interact because the more you chat, the higher ranking my stream gets. Not that it'll ever get high ranked, but hey, that's life. All right, so we're going to start out with the least hype, which I think is going to be the one I can't show you the cover of. So it doesn't actually show anything, but with the way the YouTube algorithm works, I can't take any chances. Vampirella, from least hype to tearing the roof off. Oh man. So Vampirella Year One. It's only the least hype because I still got to read Vampirella Unholy, the like 5 issues of that from last year from her marriage with Dracula. So I haven't read these. I got like 5 other ones of these Vampirella Year Ones. I got like 5 issues of Unholy. I got to read all that. And since I haven't read it yet, because I haven't been in a vampire mood, it gets downranked. I'm sorry to say. I can't show you the whole cover or anything. We can like show you underneath on the cover too. See, there's some belly. Should be a belly button like right there. You know, a little navel. Cover's pretty hype, uh, but I can't show you the cover. In fact, I'm looking at the cover of Lovesick here, and I don't think I could show you the cover of this book either. So we will just put that there, and you can look at that. So that's number 2, going up in hype, and it would be higher. Except I'm really, really hyped for these other books. Um, the weird psychology stuff being explored in Lovesick is really kind of cool, but I don't know that I can recommend anybody else in the world read this book. It's pretty sick stuff. Let me flip through Lovesick real quick and see if there's any pages I can actually show you on stream too. Nope. Better not. Nope. Oh no. Nope. I guess that one is, but it's not like all that interesting. There's weird psychology stuff on those pages. Just talking. Nope, can't show those pages or those. Oh Lord, I can't show that or that. Oh my gosh, I definitely cannot show that on stream. Oh yeah, you just get to look at the back cover. Sorry, you can just look at the back covers of these 2 comic books. That's all you're getting. Vampirella, where vampires are aliens. Yeah, but you got to remember, or if I remember right, like the Earth vampires in Vampirella are like the corrupted descendants of her kind of vampires. So, you know, whatever. Also, Dracula was a virus. I don't know that anybody saw Dracula being a virus coming, but that was a thing. And that's why she ended up marrying that guy that led to the Unholy series, which is a love story, because that was the way to keep Dracula from returning and becoming evil Dracula guy. Hey, there we go. That's a little better. Oh, I guess we can hold on, like cleverly do something like that. Yeah. Hey, there we go. There we go. All right. Now, a lot of times, this other book, I've made fun of it, but these last couple issues, this story arc has really got me like hyped up for it. And it's Something is Killing the Children. I know, kind of coming out of nowhere, right? Like, really? Dr. Eliza Barr, PhD? The book that you often have called in the past, Something is Killing Your Patients, is now like the number 3 out of 4 on the hype list? Yeah, it is. Since they introduced the crazy woman from the House of Cutter, things have gotten really wild in this book, man. Like, she murdered all these cops, all of them, except for the guy that was out getting coffee. In a world where Lazarus is actually hyped for nothing continues to kill the children. Dude, hold on. I was flipping through this while I was talking, okay? Hold on. Hold on. Look, I don't know what's going on, but we got a severed limb, all right? Like, we have a kid, a severed limb. Like, things are getting serious in this comic book. Things are getting crazy. And I'm just thinking maybe this is we got to the point where the House of Cutter lady is like trying to kill the Duplicitype, the monster that's been stalking the kids in this story arc. And if so, things are probably going to be crazy. But why the Duplicitype is not stalking crazy hair girl, I don't know. Come on, is there anything else like really cool in here? Do we get to see the monster? Holy moly, we do get to see the monster. You know what? This won't go in my review, but since this is the new comic book day stream and like 3 people will watch it, the monster's duplicated Erica. Dude. Thumbs up intensifies. Yeah, this story arc, apparently we're on issue 5 of it over here. This story arc has just been an absolute blast. The addition of the extra stress from her has really added a dynamic that the book was, I think, just kind of missing. It needed something to shake it up, and she has definitely provided. Yeah, see what I was talking about? You can't show this on the stream, like. You know what? Hold on. Let's pull this back down and we'll cover up Lovesick like that. Yeah. There you go. Now we're kind of like talking safe for YouTube. There we go. Because we can show that. We can show blood splatter and 2 people's heads. We just can't show more. Yeah. The 4th book and the one I'm most hyped for, my friends, number 4, the big 4-0, except it's not 40. It's just, I guess it's the big 04. Unknown Kadath. Bros. Dudes. Oh my gosh. This series has been dope. I've read some of the, they print the actual story in the back, and I've read some of that, and they're taking a few liberties here and there with it, and I don't care. This book is getting the mood and the tone and all that stuff just right. It's an absolutely fantastic bit. And it starts off right from the beginning where you have these pages that are styled like Winsor McKay. This looks like his Little Nemo comic from 100 years ago. And it's young Carter, the main character, running around in his dreams, dream questing as a child. And his dreams are much more fanciful then, although there's always that lurking element of danger in them in every one of these dreams. There's something that's too surreal and it becomes dangerous. And it's just a little one pager, and it always ends with him waking up, just like Little Nemo always had to wake up. If you've never seen Winsor McKay's work, you should go look the dude up because he did a lot of stuff. He was like a major pioneer for animation. A lot of the early animated features, well, I guess not features, a lot of the early animated films, which would have been shorts, were him. Uh, like the one with the dinosaur. What was it, Birdie the dinosaur, or whatever? Birdie the brontosaurus, I think. Like going through and doing stuff. And the films are pretty archaic and real kind of slow and not so great from a modern perspective. But at the time, dude was pioneering a whole industry. He didn't even know it. So mad props to him. I'm gonna pick this up just so I can like make sure there's not like Ghibli bits flopping up. Wow, no, we just opened up to this. That's that merchant dude that sold our hero out so he could be sacrificed to their dark gods or whatever. And who is dealing with him? The cat. So the cat's he's like gonna kill the cat. The cat's distracting him. Carter decks him out. Bam! He falls down some ancient, deep, and nameless pit from which he will never recover. Because this dude like hangs out at Ling, you know, he worships like some really dark and evil stuff. Uh, Definitely a lot of fun. In the last issue, he told Carter, you know, hey, we're going to go up here and you're not going to escape your fate again. Oh my gosh, I just flipped over like 2 pages and look what we got going on over here. I'm not even sure what this is. We got like ghouls. Yeah, it's a ghoul attack. You go, ghouls. Probably, you know, these. I bet these are the same ghouls that hung out with Pikmin. The page is real dark. There's nothing I can do about that. If I shone more light on this, you wouldn't be able to make out anything because there's too much glare. Do you have to be a misanthrope to like Lovecraft? No. I don't know why you would. You just have to have a sense of horror that's beyond. Oh, that's a scary jump scare, bro. We're just getting like all kinds of like fiendish vistas in this issue. I love it. It's too cool. Yeah, I'm going to stop here. I don't want to spoil this for myself. These pages are dark and murky, and they're great. They're absolutely fantastic. That's it. That's everything I bought this week. That's everything I picked up this week. That is the collection of books. Sorry for the sniffle. But I don't think you have to be like, I don't think you have to be particularly deranged to like Lovecraft. Some of his stories are just a lot of fun to read. And actually, I discovered that thanks to the modern like AI stuff, I can have Dagoth read me his stories. So I listened to well, yeah, that's the general theme of like Lovecraftian horror, but it's not that humanity is doomed, it's that humanity is unaware and doomed. And if humanity understood what was going on, humanity would go completely bonkers in a bad way. But like I was saying, like I discovered, like you can, in fact, I think I linked it on Discord. You can just go have Dagoth read you stories, and A Color Out of Space and the Dagoth voice actor's voice turned out to be a lot of fun to listen to. Like A plus would listen to it again. You know, that's just how I'm rolling here. That's the world I'm living in, bro. So maybe you know, it's not your jam, maybe it's not your thing. That's absolutely okay. I'm not going to tell somebody that you have to like something. Maybe that would be the misanthropic part. Like you must like this or else. I don't know. That just seems like an idiot. But there are certainly some stories I can tell you, like, I just have a blast reading. And, like, number one story, sorry, I just got a message on Twitter. Number one story would be probably A Color Out of Space. Like, that's just weird. Calling it horror probably isn't right. Like, there's a lot of horror there, but it's definitely in what used to be a genre called, like, strange fiction. And A plus. I saw today in a Facebook ad where petitioners requesting a pause on AI development. Yeah, we probably shouldn't pause AI development. We probably should just nuke it entirely. Stop all machine learning. I think the general sense of it is that humanity is kind of doomed. Like, it depends on your story, I guess. A lot of them. In fact, I'm going to go back to the one I just mentioned, like A Color Out of Space, or whatever the actual title of that story is. The story ends with, yeah, the color left, the strange, unearthly wavelengths or whatever, like it left. But then the narrator is like, yeah, but as I was driving by that farm, finishing up my work, laying out like the dam and stuff, uh, definitely saw like a weird color coming from the well, which implies that, it's like that story. Oh, the monster's gone. We've defeated the monster. And then the monster gets back up. And then you cut the credits, like that kind of thing. Like humanity, at least the people that live in Arkham and probably Massachusetts in general, are, you know, kind of screwed by that. Nah, the boat. Dude, I should have known. Yeah, I always like that part of Call of Cthulhu too. Big old Cthulhu gets up and he's all like, "Rawr, I've got tentacles for a face." And all the dude does is hit him with a boat. And Cthulhu is out. Very silly stuff. But you know what? It's okay. It's absolutely okay. That Lovecraft game I played, except for being a buggy mess and with weird balance, kind of did a pretty good job of representing like the feel. It grafted like weird action stuff on that I think was completely unnecessary. But yeah, it was a pretty good game. Like the atmosphere of it was pretty good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and admit, like I cheated. I upped the walking speed. If you were there for that, I'm pretty sure I said it during that playthrough. If not, I'm admitting it right here. I upped the walking speed because it was a little like patcher application that would let you do that. You like that Cthulhu series? Cool. That was fun to play through. I don't know that there's any other Cthulhu games out there. Oh, maybe there are. Oh, there's some old adventure games. There's some old adventure games that are Cthulhu games. Like from the 90s. What do we get here? Cthulhu Realms. Apparently I own this. Cthulhu Pub. Don't know what that is. Call of Cthulhu. I own that. Released 2018. I don't even know what that is. Geese vs. Cthulhu. Okay, that just looks really silly. Cthulhu Bedtime Stories. Musashi vs. Cthulhu. Apparently there's a lot of Cthulhu stories. Cthulhu Saves Christmas. It looks like a silly RPG. Cthulhu Clicker. Cthulhu Saves the World. I own that one. I've owned that for a long time and I never played it. I've owned that for like 10 years. Cthulhu Realms? Bro, there's so many of these things. I was not expecting this. Call of Cthulhu Prisoner of Ice. That's one of the ones I was thinking about. This is from the mid 90s. I remember seeing this on stores. Let me just click over to Steam. Oh, I don't have my other. Oh my gosh, dudes. Have I been going this whole time and I have not had any music playing in the background? Dude, somebody should have told me that you didn't hear no music behind me. I've been like rocking music this whole time. Oh boy. Can you tell I'm really tired? Because I'm really tired. But yeah, I remember this from the 90s. I never owned it. In fact, I don't remember it even saying Call of Cthulhu. I just remember the box saying Prisoner of Ice. This is something I think would be fun to watch Six play. He would hate it though. And it's like some kind of like post-war thing or something. I don't remember. Too busy riding the hype wave. Oh, there's the box art. See. No Call of Cthulhu. Like, I remember this box. That's something I wouldn't mind playing at some point. I bet I own it, like on an actual CD. No lie, I bet I own that dang thing. Oh my gosh, dudes! Hey, I love you, but I ran out of hype juice, and my head hurts, and I'm tired. I need to take a break. I need to go. And I don't know if I'm going to come back on Twitch later on. I might just stream for like an hour and do the Hammy raid on City Heroes or something. But yeah, I don't know. My head hurts. I got to find some Tylenol. I am just so dang tired. It's been a long day. And now I'm making excuses. Excuses when we got comic books we could be looking at. Like Vampirella. Or Lovesick. Or Something Is Killing the Children. Or whatever. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great one. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I needed the little like boost of hype in my life. So you all take care of yourselves. Let me give you the thumbs up. And I'm going to hit end broadcast. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.